Have you ever seen a woman walk into a room? No bold makeup, no loud patterns, no flashy jewelry. And yet, you can't help but notice her. There's something about her presence. The way her jacket fits just right, the softness of her scarf, the calm in her movements. It's quiet, but captivating. I've worked with women in their 50s, 60s, even 70s for more than 10 years as a fashion designer and personal stylist. And let me tell you, elegance at this age has nothing to do with dressing younger or trendier. In fact, the most elegant women I know aren't chasing anything. They're rooted, they're selective. And they've developed small habits, subtle intentional choices, that make them look elevated every single day, often without trying. Today, I'm going to share 20 of those habits with you, not rules, not fashion formulas. Just real, practical insights I've picked up through fittings, wardrobe makeovers, and quiet conversations over tea with women who have style that runs deeper than clothing. If you're over 50 or simply ready to dress with more ease and grace, I made this video for you. Let's begin. Laying the foundation, your style starts here. 1. The ease and intent mindset. Let's kick things off with the one habit I've seen in every truly elegant woman I've ever worked with. They dress with ease and with intent. Now what does that mean really? It means their clothes never wear them, they wear their clothes. It's not fussy, it's not forced, it's thoughtful. They choose pieces that feel good and look good, not one or the other. I had a client named Linda. She's 64, retired teacher, sharp dresser. She used to wear these structured pencil skirts and crisp jackets every day. And she always looked polished, but also, honestly, she looked uncomfortable. She kept tugging, adjusting, standing rigid just to hold it together. So we reworked her wardrobe, swapped stiff for soft, clean lines but with movement. Think flowy trousers, breathable blouses, a cardigan with shape, not stiffness. And just like that, her style still looked smart, but now it matched her energy. She moved with confidence. No more fidgeting. Here's your takeaway: if you're constantly pulling at your sleeves or fixing your waistband, that outfit's not working for you. Let go of the struggle. Go for ease on purpose. 2. Repeatable outfits are a power move. Here's a truth no one talks about enough. Stylish women repeat outfits a lot, and not because they're lazy. Because they're smart. I call it quiet consistency. They've figured out what works for their body, their lifestyle, their taste, and they stick to it. There's a client I adore, Janine. She's 58 and always looks pulled together. You'd think she had a full-time stylist, but actually, she has what she calls her style uniform. Black pants, a soft neutral blouse, a scarf in the same tone family, and she owns multiple versions of that combo. In navy, in beige, in charcoal. She gets dressed in 5 minutes and always looks intentional. It's not boring, it's brilliant. So here's your takeaway: don't be afraid to repeat what makes you feel amazing. That's how you build a signature style, not by changing every day, but by refining what already fits you best. 3. Define, don't restrict your waist. One of the most common questions I hear from women over 50 is this: can I still define my waist? And the answer is yes, absolutely. But do it with a light touch. We're not talking tight belts or squeezing into shapewear. That's not elegance, that's discomfort. Instead, hint at the waist. Try a wrap blouse with gentle draping, or a jacket that's slightly tapered, or even just half-tucking the front of your shirt to create a little shape. I worked with a client, Donna. She's 67 and hates anything tight around her waist. So instead, we had her tops tailored with a soft curve at the side seams, just enough to suggest a waist without forcing it. And you know what? She looked slimmer and more relaxed. It was subtle but so flattering. Your takeaway: you don't need to squeeze your shape, just frame it. 4. Balance volume with clean lines. Let's talk about proportions, and one of the best rules you can follow. If one piece is loose or oversized, the other should be more fitted. It's all about balance. So if you're wearing wide-leg pants, go for a slim or tucked-in top. If you love a flowy blouse, pair it with straight-leg jeans or sleek trousers. Big on top, streamline the bottom. Big on bottom. Keep it clean up top. I had a client, Ellen, tall, 60, elegant, but she was pairing long, flowy cardigans with wide leg pants. And honestly, it was drowning her shape. It looked heavy. We switched the bottoms to slim, ankle-length trousers, and instantly she looked taller, sharper, more graceful. Your takeaway: too much volume hides your shape. Just one clean line at the ankle, the waist, or the wrist gives the whole outfit structure. Next, we're diving into the details, those small, often overlooked touches that make a huge difference in how polished and intentional you look. The power of small adjustments, where elegance lives. 5. Shoulders first, always. Here's something most people overlook. If the shoulders don't fit, nothing else will. I know that sounds dramatic, but it's true. I've seen gorgeous blouses, expensive jackets, even designer coats lose all their charm just because the shoulder seam wasn't right. So let's break it down. That seam, the one where the sleeve meets the shoulder, should sit exactly where your shoulder ends. Not past it, not too high up, right at the edge. If the shoulders are too wide, the whole outfit droops. You look like you're playing dress-up in someone else's clothes. If they're too tight, it pulls and puckers, and suddenly you're uncomfortable and stiff. I once styled a woman named Teresa. She's 61 and loves structured jackets. But she'd been buying everything a size too big, just to be safe, she told me. Her frame got completely lost under all that extra fabric. We downsized, tailored the shoulders, and just like that, she looked polished, confident, and at ease. Your takeaway: next time you try something on, don't look at the hips or waist first, check the shoulders. That's where elegance begins. 6. The right hemline trick. Let's talk about skirt length, something that confuses a lot of women. Now, I'm not here to tell you what length is age-appropriate. That idea is outdated, but there is one trick I teach clients. Find the narrowest part of your leg, and let your skirt hit there. For most women, that's either just above or just below the knee, about 2 inches up or down. When your hemline hits that sweet spot, it creates a long, clean leg line. It flatters your proportions without even trying. If the skirt cuts across the widest part of your calf, it can shorten your silhouette, even if the skirt itself is beautiful. I had a client, Barbara, 65, who loved midi skirts, but always felt frumpy in them. Turns out they were landing right at mid-calf. We shortened them just a bit, and suddenly her legs looked miles longer. Your takeaway: stand in front of a full-length mirror, try different skirt lengths, and watch how your legs change. You'll know your perfect length the moment you see it. 7. The cuff with care habit. Rolling up your sleeves sounds simple, right? But there's actually an art to it, and elegant women do it intentionally. Instead of pushing the sleeves up haphazardly and ending up with fabric bunched at the elbow, try this. Unbutton the cuff. Fold it back once, clean and flat. Then roll it up 1 or 2 more times, stopping just below the elbow. Smooth out the folds, so they look deliberate, not messy. This method makes even a casual shirt feel pulled together. It also draws attention to the slimmest part of your arm, the forearm, which creates a subtle, flattering line. For blazers, you can fold the cuff back once to show off the lining. Just make sure it's crisp and even. I had a client, Sandra, in her early 60s, who tried this trick for brunch with friends. Same old shirt, but the clean sleeve roll made her look effortless and modern. Her friend literally asked, "Did you get a new top?" Your takeaway: rolling sleeves isn't just about function, it's part of your styling story. Make it count. 8. Sleeve length matters more than you think. This one is subtle, but once you notice it, you'll never unsee it. The most flattering sleeve length ends at the slimmest part of your arm. For most women, that's just above the wrist bone or a few inches below the elbow. When sleeves hit right at the widest part of your arm or your elbow joint, it cuts the line and can actually make your arms look shorter or heavier, even when they're not. My client Grace, 68, loves 3/4 sleeve tops, but she used to wear them right at the elbow crease. I suggested shortening them slightly to fall just above the forearm. And just like that, her whole posture looked lighter. Your takeaway: when buying or altering tops, pay attention to where the sleeve stops. Even a 1-inch change can totally shift your proportions. See what I mean? These little adjustments, your shoulders, your sleeves, your hemline, they might seem minor, but they shape everything. Now, let's talk about another area where elegant women truly shine: accessories. But not just any accessories, we're talking meaningful, minimal, and memorable. Let's head into the next group of habits. Meaningful accessories, the quiet power of less. 9. One statement, not 5. Let's be honest, it's easy to go overboard with accessories. You put on earrings, then a necklace, then a bracelet and a ring and maybe even a scarf, and suddenly it's just too much. Here's the truth. Elegant women pick one star of the show and let everything else play a supporting role. I always tell clients this: pick your focal point. If it's a chunky necklace, keep the earrings simple. If you're wearing bold earrings, maybe skip the necklace altogether and let your neckline breathe. My client Marion, 59, has this gorgeous silver pendant from her trip to Santa Fe. It's her favorite. And instead of matching it with other silver pieces, she lets it shine all on its own. It always sparks a conversation because it stands out. Your takeaway: choose one accessory that tells your story and give it space to speak. 10. Jewelry that feels personal. There's a difference between accessorizing and expressing. The most stylish women I know use jewelry to say something about who they are, not just what looks cute. And no, that doesn't mean you need heirloom diamonds or expensive pieces. Sometimes, it's a bracelet from a market in Italy, or a locket with a photo inside, or a cuff engraved with a favorite quote. One of my favorite clients, Darlene, 65, former therapist, wears a slim gold ring that belonged to her grandmother. It's tiny, no sparkle, but when she talks about it, her whole face lights up, and everyone notices that. Your takeaway: you don't need more accessories, you need more meaningful ones. When something has a story, it carries emotional elegance, and that's the kind people feel, even if they can't name it. 11. The elegant wrist stack. Let's talk about watches and bracelets, because I know this is where a lot of women get stuck. Too much can look cluttered, too little can feel plain. Here's the formula I always recommend: one classic watch, one simple bracelet, maybe one more accent piece, all on the same wrist. That's it. That's your wrist stack. It works every time, and it's especially flattering when your sleeves are rolled or cropped, so that little area becomes a focal point. I had a client, Robin, she's 62, loves gold tones. We paired a minimal gold watch with a delicate chain bracelet and one pearl accent bangle. That combo now lives on her left wrist basically all the time, and it's so her. Clean, chic, personal. Your takeaway: your wrist tells a story too. Keep it simple, intentional, and balanced. And don't forget, always check that your watch fits properly. A sliding, loose watch can ruin the look instantly. 12. Lipstick that matches the mood, not the fabric. Let's talk lipstick, and no, it's not about finding your perfect red. It's about choosing lipstick that harmonizes with your outfit's tone, not the exact color. Here's what I mean. Say you're wearing warm tones, maybe camel, ivory, or rust. A brick red or coral lip will blend beautifully, even if it's not the same shade. If you're in cool colors, navy, gray, icy blue, go for rose, berry, or a soft mauve. The idea is to match the temperature, not the actual hue. It creates this subtle flow from your face to your clothes, and people can't quite explain why it works, but they feel it. My client Sandra, 60, silver hair, striking blue eyes, wore a dove gray sweater with a dusty rose lip one day, and it was perfect. The tones sang together quietly. Not matchy-matchy, just cohesive. Your takeaway: next time you get dressed, ask yourself, does my lipstick feel like part of the outfit's story or something I just grabbed on the way out the door? That one change, it elevates everything. But now, let's zoom out a bit. It's time to talk about your full look, head to toe, and how to bring it all together with quiet confidence and effortless presence. Head-to-toe harmony, where it all comes together. 13. Shoes set the tone. Let me say it plainly. You can have a gorgeous outfit, but if your shoes are off, the whole look falls flat. Elegant women know this. They don't chase trendy footwear. Instead, they choose shoes that are clean, well-made, and work with their proportions. Here's what I've learned. Neutral tones like nude, tan, taupe, or soft gray will visually elongate your legs. Mid-heel block styles or sleek loafers look polished and comfortable. And here's a big one: maintenance matters. Scuffed toes and worn-out heels make even the nicest outfit feel sloppy. One of my clients, Anne, is 66. She owns 5 pairs of shoes total, but every single one is in great condition. She keeps them polished, resoled when needed, and they all work with most of her wardrobe. It's simple and it's genius. Your takeaway: fewer shoes, better quality, and always clean. Because your shoes don't just finish the outfit, they anchor it. 14. Try tonal dressing, not matchy-matchy. Let's talk color. One of the easiest ways to look instantly elegant, even in the simplest clothes, is this. Dress in tones, not in strict color matches. So what does that mean? Instead of wearing everything in the exact same shade, build your outfit using different shades within the same color family. For example, a light beige blouse, medium camel trousers, a deeper brown or tan coat. That soft gradient creates depth and intention, way more elevated than wearing a solid outfit in one flat tone. My client Irene, 63, retired architect, is a master of this. She'll wear slate blue with steel gray and soft denim. The variation is so subtle, but it makes her look put together without looking overdone. Your takeaway: choose 3 shades from the same palette. It adds richness without adding chaos. 15. The movement test. Here's something most people forget to do before heading out the door: try your outfit in motion, not just in the mirror. Seriously, stand, sit, walk, lift your arms. What happens? Does your blouse gape when you lean forward? Does the skirt ride up when you sit? Do your pants bunch when you walk? My client Sherry, 60, once showed up to a wedding in a stunning satin wrap dress. It looked incredible standing still, but the moment she sat, it pulled in a weird way and made her feel self-conscious all evening. Now she always does what we call the 3-move test: walk, sit, reach. If it passes all 3, it's a keeper. Your takeaway: test your outfits like you test your shoes in motion, because real elegance moves with you. 16. Your bag should fit you, not just your stuff. Let's talk handbags, because they're not just about what you carry, they shape your whole look. Here's the secret most elegant women follow. Your bag should be proportionate to your body, not just to the trend. If you're petite, avoid oversized totes that swallow your frame. If you're taller or have broad shoulders, tiny crossbodies can throw things off visually. Also, pay attention to where your bag hits. Ideally, it should fall at your natural waist or high hip. Bags that hang too low break up your silhouette and can make the whole outfit feel off. One of my favorite tips: match your bag to your pants, not your top. It creates one long visual line which helps you look taller and more pulled together. Your takeaway: don't just think about the brand, think about balance. 17. Add a third piece. This is one of my favorite style habits of all time. Never leave the house in just a top and bottom. Always add a third piece. What's a third piece? It could be a jacket, a scarf, a belt, a vest, anything that layers or adds interest. This one step instantly transforms your outfit from basic to thoughtful. Even jeans and a t-shirt can look incredibly chic with a lightweight blazer or a patterned scarf. I once had a client say, "I feel like something's always missing." And when I looked at her outfits, they were always just 2 pieces. We added a third, and suddenly she felt finished. Your takeaway: your third piece is your secret weapon. It doesn't need to be bold, just intentional. 18. Let your fragrance whisper, not shout. This one's a little unexpected, but powerful. Elegant women wear fragrance like a memory, not a megaphone. The right scent can complete your look, but it should never enter a room before you do. Here's the trick: apply it to pulse points, behind your ears, your wrists, the base of your throat. And never, ever spray it on your clothes. It doesn't interact the same way with fabric as it does with your skin. I also love layering, like using a scented lotion, then dabbing a bit of perfume. It lasts longer and smells more subtle. Your takeaway: your scent should invite, not invade. 19. Mix textures, not just patterns. Most people think elegance comes from color or silhouette, but there's another layer, texture. Wearing all smooth fabrics, that can look flat. All rough or heavy fabrics, too bulky, the sweet spot, mix them. Think a cashmere sweater with crisp cotton pants. A silk blouse with wool trousers. A suede boot with a structured blazer. These combinations catch the light differently, add depth, and feel so much richer than just matching colors. Your takeaway: aim for 2 or 3 textures in one outfit. That's what creates dimension. 20. Confidence is the final layer. And finally, the most important habit of all: carry yourself like you belong in every room you enter. Because here's the truth: no scarf, no shoe, no lipstick can outshine the way you feel about yourself. Every single client I've styled who truly radiates elegance, it's not their clothes, it's their posture, their calm, their presence. They speak kindly, they move slowly, they make eye contact, and they know that elegance isn't about perfection, it's about showing up as yourself, fully and unapologetically. Your takeaway: the final layer to every outfit is confidence. And the good news, you already have it. Oh, there you have it, 20 quiet, powerful style habits that help women over 50 look and feel amazing without ever needing to shout. Which one of these habits speaks to you most right now? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this helpful, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm here every week with practical, thoughtful advice to help you dress beautifully in this season of life. Because elegance isn't about age, it's about alignment.